Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and a sitting member of Congress, it turns out, will not be reprimanded for recent criticism of Wisconsin's Democrat Governor Tony Evers. Adam Kinzinger represents the state of Illinois' 16th congressional district. He's also a member of the Wisconsin Air National Guard. And just recently, Congressman Kinzinger had spent roughly 2 weeks on a part-time basis down at the U.S.-Mexico border in the state of Arizona as part of the effort to try to protect the border. The Wisconsin Air National Guard members had been sent down there by the previous governor, Republican Scott Walker, and as part of it, Kinzinger was called upon, and he did go down there for a couple of weeks. Now, during the time that Congressman Kinzinger was down there, he had learned that the new governor, Tony Evers, was planning on pulling the Wisconsin National Guard troops from the border, bringing them back to Wisconsin. And the congressman was not too thrilled about it. He actually, before Evers even made the official announcement, Kinzinger had spoke out about it. He took to social media to announce what it is that he had learned was going to be happening, and he also voiced his displeasure with the decision being made by Wisconsin's governor. He had also spoken with various outlets about that. In fact, for the Wisconsin outlets, the first one that he spoke with was the John Muir Show. And Congressman Kinzinger was very open about how he did not approve of the decision, and he was very willing to speak about what it is that he and his colleagues experienced during the time that he was down in Arizona, saying that there was a lot of good work that the Wisconsin Air National Guard was able to do down there, noting stories about how they had seized a large amount, I believe it was roughly 70 pounds of drugs in one specific instance, noting some others as well, saying, hey, there's a lot of stuff that's been done down here by the Wisconsin Air National Guard that's really helped out in this effort, and there's a lot more work to do still, so there is every reason why the Wisconsin Air National Guard should stay at the U.S.-Mexico border for longer, not be called back home. And after he had said that, there's starting to be some heat put on Congressman Kinzinger because it seems that Governor Evers and a lot of his liberal allies were not too thrilled by what the congressman was saying. They actually had an investigation opened up. The Guard opened an investigation into Congressman Kinzinger to see if he should be punished for having spoken out against Governor Evers. Now, that investigation just wrapped up, and fortunately, the Guard got this one right. Captain Joe Travato had announced that no punishment was going to be coming the way of Congressman Kinzinger, stating that they had found that he was not, when he was speaking out against Tony Evers, he was not operating as somebody who was actively working in the Guard. He was speaking as someone who's a sitting member of Congress, which means that he has every right to criticize any politician if he chooses to do so. I'm glad they got that right, because Congressman Kinzinger was not the one who was in the wrong in this situation. No, that distinction belongs to our Governor, Tony Evers. You see, there was no legitimate reason for Governor Evers to do what he did in pulling the Wisconsin Guard from the border. Like I mentioned, there was a lot more to be done, and it's so abundantly clear that there is a crisis taking place at our southern border. I mean, if foreign nationals illegally entering our country on an endless basis. We see this happening over and over and over again each and every day. If that does not constitute a crisis, if that does not constitute a national emergency, quite frankly, I don't know what does, because this is the biggest threat that we face here in the United States of America. It's the biggest threat to the legitimacy of our country. It's the biggest threat to the financial and physical well-being of law-abiding American citizens throughout this great land, regardless of their political affiliation. And it's sad that Governor Evers is disregarding all of that. He's disregarding all of the facts. He's disregarding the things that he's hearing from the very members of the Wisconsin National Guard that were just down at the border. He's disregarding all of that because he doesn't seem to care about any of it. The only thing that it seems that Governor Evers cares about is trying to play some sort of political game and show on the national level, hey, yeah, I'm gonna oppose President Trump because he's mean and I don't like him. Yeah, I hope all of you national liberals are taking notice of this. I mean, he's doing this for merely political purposes, just so he can try and stick it to Trump. But what's sad about it is he's not sticking it to President Trump. He's sticking it to the United States of America. He's sticking it to the whole country, saying, saying, you know what, I'm going to ensure that I do my part to ensure that we're less safe as a country, that we have less individuals down there trying to work to keep this country safe. I mean, it's incredibly shameful what the governor has done here, and quite frankly, it sends a bad message, because you should at a time of crisis have every state doing its part to try and do what is best for the United States of America. And now Wisconsin is no longer doing its part in that effort. And sadly, I'm sure there are a lot of patriotic folks throughout the United States of America now looking at Wisconsin saying, what the hell's wrong with you guys? I mean, why is it that you're not helping out in this effort? Why is it you're going the way of far left states like California and New Mexico, who also recently had their governors pull the state's National Guard troops away from the border? I mean, we look bad on that national stage, and hopefully a lot of these people who are looking at Wisconsin now understand that, okay, yeah, Tony Evers, yes, he is the governor of the state of Wisconsin. He won the election fair and square, but the vast majority of us geographically in the state did not vote for Tony Evers, and the vast majority of us geographically in the state do not support his decision whatsoever. That's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. at WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.